CAFRE. Today I have a very short video for you on preparing for your first cut silage. So folks, just to start us off, to date it has been quite a tough spring. Although we had a mild December and January, we're after going through a very wet month of February, and a lot of places across the country growth will only just have started to kick off. We are seeing a lot of drying in the last couple of weeks, and hopefully going forward temperatures will start to improve. Across the country, a lot of people will already have their silage closed off. However, if you have not closed your silage to date, just a little reminder to prioritise those areas of the farm. Get your fertiliser out and target cutting your first cut silage in mid to late May. Okay folks, so when we think about a fertiliser for our first cut silage, the best thing that we can all do is take out our most recent soil samples and work off them on a field per field basis. So everybody's requirement for silage is going to be different. It's important to look at your phosphate and potash indices and see what is required when you go to apply your fertiliser. By now, hopefully a lot of people have some slurry out on the ground if that's available on the farm, or possibly you've gone with a round of nitrogen, whether it be urea or CAN at that stage. So to bulk that up now and to meet the requirements of your first cut silage, we may have to look at a compound fertiliser. So on the board here I have a number of different choices that are good products for your fertiliser. So the likes of 24-6-12, which is a nice balanced NPK fertiliser. However, if your soil samples are showing index 3 for P, remember that you're not allowed to spread chemical P, and you could go for something like 24-0-13. So folks, just a quick note, why is cutting good quality silage so important to us on the farm? Basically, in the current market, it is very important across beef and sheep farms to get as much cheap weight from grass and grass forage as possible. Just take a little look at the board. You have all heard before, grass is the cheapest feedstuff that we can feed and put in front of our stock. At its estimated cost of 6p per kilo of dry matter. But I just want to draw your attention also to good quality silage at 12p per kilo is half the cost of inputs of meal. And really and truly across the farms we would see that inputs of meal is the big factor that affects profitability on dry stock farms. So the more that we can reduce the meal and input the good quality silage, the more that we can help create a margin on our stock. So folks, just a quick note on some factors that affect D value. So typically we would be targeting 70 D value or higher to get us some really good quality silage, and that would be absolutely excellent for us to be putting in front of finishing stock and young stock on the farm. Just some factors that will affect that, and again, a lot of this in theory sounds great, but there will be factors that will come into play when you come to your first cut silage, whether that be weather, waiting on a contractor. There's a lot of different things there that can sometimes go against us, even with the best of intentions for cutting silage. But just to take a look at it, how does our D value decrease, or why are we not possibly cutting the best quality silage that we can be? There are a number of factors. Looking at the top here, 1 week delay in cutting. So the longer you leave it after your ideal cutting date, you will start to reduce your D value. It will reduce 1% per week after the ideal cutting date. Old pasture with reduced amount of perennial ryegrass will reduce your D value. You will not have the same quality of silage from older pasture. Also, on the flip side of that, if you have reseeded, it is important to remember that that grass is a lot more intensive and needs to be fed and will not produce the same quality of silage unless it gets its required nutrients. The sward not being grazed will reduce your D value by 4%. It's very important when you are closing up the silage that it is grazed down and left a nice clean sward to allow the growth to come new grass, good quality leafy grass for silage. Finally then, at a 6% reduction in D value is lodging. That can also be where you have let the grass grow too long, trying to bulk out your silage crop, allowing it to get too long, and it will actually reduce your silage quality quite significantly. So what I would say is it's quality over bulk. Cut when it is ready, cut at the 3-leaf stage just as the grass is about to head out, and even though you may not have as heavy a crop as you would like, you will have far more better quality silage. So it's quality over quantity, quality over bulk. So folks, just to finish up, just to recap on the key points, If you have not closed your silage to date, prioritise closing it off, getting the fertiliser on. Be sure to look at your soil analysis before choosing your fertiliser and aim to cut high quality silage that you will reap the benefits of in the winter time. Thank you very much for listening, folks. I just want to say, in the current situation with COVID-19, for you all to keep safe and stay healthy, maintain your social distancing, wash your hands, and it's very, very important, if you have any visitors coming to the farm, whether it be fertiliser suppliers and contractors, maintain a distance and use verbal communication as much as possible. Thank you.